Hello guys, this is Avcoor, and I want to talk about the last B hero Sheena. Um, I had some rough goes here and there. I was going against like really powerful players, so my total overall experience you can't like judge. When you see the Avcoor test runs with Sheena, I don't want you to think that Sheena's a bad character. I was just going against stronger players, so I'll say that in like her defense. But overall, her stat allocation is kind of weird. Like when you look at it, she has a lot of assists and she has like decent burst. Control not so much, move not so much. Damage really low. Her survival's really low, so she's not a close range character. I wish her stat allocation was a little better. Because when we get into the skills that give her her assist and burst, they're kind of situational, and it kind of makes you question the way they allocated her stats in the first place. Let's go into the skills and I'll show you. First, we'll talk about EM Cannon, which is a strong skill, yet kind of not. Why do I say kind of not? It takes timing in order to get it to work. Notice that when she attacks the first time, she doesn't stun. And when she charges, she does stun. And that's kind of the problem. Like with characters like Terminator and Riona and the Dragon Check, they don't need to like charge in order to get their stuns. And that's the problem I have with her. If her skill was automatic stun, she'd be like tons better. And that's really the problem I have with her, along with EM Cannon. I'll show you the effects. Awaken effect is increases damage and firing range, which is pretty good. When you awaken her, which is easy to do, it will be better, but not as good as it could be. Passive effect, inflicts slow effect, inflicts stun when fully charged. That's the problem I have. Sheena charges up her EM cannon and fires a penetrating laser at all enemies straight ahead, causing damage 7 times. Each time deals damage equal to 27% of attack with additional 105 damage. Longest charge time lasts 5 seconds, with the attack dealing more damage the longer it is charged. Max feels in 1 second, increases damage by 300%. I don't like the fact that when she charges her weapon, she has to unleash it after 5 seconds. I don't like that. I wish they'd just give her infinite charge time where you can just wait and charge it like Terminator. You can just hold it and then let it go whenever you feel like. She does not have that option. And I think that limits her potential. Like when you look at her stats overall, when they say like burst damage and assist, it's based on the fact that if she can land her attacks, which are kind of hard to land her attacks if she's close range or mid range. She's a long range character, but this skill makes you think not. Grenade launcher. Passive effect causes the area to continue burning after a grenade launcher attack. Launches grenade in the arc, drag to selected direction. Grenade will bounce off objects but will explode upon direct contact with an enemy. Dealing damage equal to 113.2% of attack plus 495. It will also produce 4 smaller bombs that will explode if they touch the floor or an enemy, causing damage equal to 70.2% of attack plus 300 and generating an area of continuous burning flame. Enemies in that area will sustain damage equal to 17.9% of attack, plus 75 every 2 seconds. Duration 4 seconds. Hold the aim, release, and fire. But let's look at it. Okay. See that? I mean, that's not a long range attack. And that's when you arc it up. If you have auto fire, you can't even do that. Like, if you look at your controls and if you don't have free range, you can't even do that. And most of the time, I have my controller on auto lock. Sometimes I do free range, but sometimes I do auto lock because, like, when you're fighting, you really don't have the opportunity to like choose which person you shoot. But if you have like a better phone, you can. But with her, If you don't have free range, you're kind of losing the effect of grenade launcher, and that kind of sucks. And the fact that it's not really long range hurts her too because her survivability and armor is low. When she gets hit, she gets hit, and you don't want to get hit with her if you want to keep playing the game. If you're in 3v3 or 1v1, I mean PvE is fine because you're relying on your firepower. But if you're in 1v1 or 3v3 or 2v2, yeah, she doesn't want to get hurt. Her bonding skills are easy though. Um, Incendiary bomb. When the rounds that split from off from the grenade launcher detonate, they'll cause an AoE that burns over time, causing damage to any enemy that is inside the area. So when you use this effect and you get this little bomb generates the little fire that causes damage, it's decent. And an AKX assault rifle, easy to get. Training ground, um, both training grounds actually. You can actually buy them. There's nothing much to say about it. It's easy to get, so you're not really going to have a problem with this. Getting this passive. Um, Laser shockwave. Sheena's EM cannon inflicts slow. May also inflict stun if weapon is fully charged. Sorry, Alan. I already did City of Ash already. Um, Pretty much self-explanatory. This is a problem I have with Sheena. Her EM cannon is really good, but unless you practice over and over with it, because I see people actually use Sheena really well, but you can tell that they have practiced a lot in order to get good with her. And I'm not going to put my time into a character that I'm not going to use that much. I'm not going to put my time into that character in order to get that good with her because I need to get good with Terminator and hopefully John Connor. I'm just not going to spend the hours in order to be good with her. But if you spend the time, she can be good. But I don't think it's worth the effort. To get the sniper rifle, you can actually get this in arena over time. Because if you win 3, you actually get access to shards of this JS166 sniper rifle. So this is easy to unlock, like all B characters. Cannon Mastery, I think is good. Sheena deals 10% more damage when she uses cannon. Return to the weapons gallery for a complete list of cannons. That's why her selection, her weapon selection is kind of limited because you want to take advantage of this. And cannons are really good in PvP. The skill unlock conditions for these weapons. Endless mode actually gives you both of these weapons. So over time, it's actually prudent for you to go through endless mode anyway. But this gives you the weapons that you need to unlock this passive. So this is not a hard bonding effect to unlock. So it's pretty easy like all B characters. So let's go into weapons and we'll talk about why her weapon selection is limited and why it's not a bad thing that it is. First thing, she wants to be long range, so throwers aren't good. Um, Bow's not good. Machine gun's all right. Machine gun is all right. I think Golden Gatling is good on her. I never used it because I have the Golden M4A1, which is really good on her. Shadow Inferno Cannon is her best weapon by far because she gets the damage bonus from her passive, and Shadow Cannon inflicts stun and burn, which actually compensates for her damage output, which is really low. Golden Crusher is actually really good, but the thing about Golden Crusher, she needs to be far away so she can launch her attacks. Sometimes when she gets in close range, it's all right, but yeah, Golden Crusher is actually really good. Cannons as a whole are actually really good on her. So let's go to her weapon gallery and let's go to cannon. Pretty much almost every cannon here she can use really well. Even energy cannon or lightning laser cannon she can actually use effectively. C16 creator she can use really well. And if you're lucky, Dragon Breath. I should mention Dragon Breath since most people don't have it. Excuse me, but it's extremely good. If Abyss grenade launcher is actually extremely good on her. Why is Abyss grenade launcher extremely good on her? because of the range and the arc. I've seen PvP players actually manipulate the Abyss Grenade Launcher arc and then use her secondary skill, Grenade Launcher. Let me go. It's a Grenade Launcher. Is that her? What her skill's called? We just talked about it. Yeah, Grenade Launcher. It's called Grenade Launcher. Wow. They use Grenade Launcher along with Abyss Grenade Launcher for exciting effects. So Abyss Grenade Launcher is actually super good in her hands. And if you're on a budget, Assault Grenade Launcher works just fine. I'm gonna try it later on. Get it when I get it to 6 stars to use it on her. So yeah, um, let's wrap it up really quick. I think she's an okay hero, but if I were to make a tier list on B heroes, she'd be above like Pulse, beneath Bill and Caitlyn, and way below Lance. I mean, she's a good character, but the way they the way they place her skills are kind of messed up. She shouldn't have to have a charge time to get stunned. I think she should just be able to get stunned. I think that's fair, and I think the range of her grenade launcher should be longer, and that's only fair. I mean, if you're gonna like say that she has great assist and great burst, it shouldn't be difficult for her to achieve those goals. She's a B character. As her stats are like low, so that's why I don't get with Teamy. They just like want to force you to use like higher level characters. They could have put more time into these characters because Sheena is a favorite of Contra. So if you like my content, hit the like, this share, and subscribe button because I'm trying to make more diversified content. So I appreciate it. Anyways, laters.